Ladies and gentlemen, I have been in the stock market for 10 years now, and we are in the midst of the biggest stock market bubble I have ever seen in the 10 years I've been in the market in a particular sector right now. And I want to share that with you guys here today. A lot of people are going to get hurt very bad by this sector, although it may overheat even higher from here, okay? So we're going to get into that today. First, I want to start out by looking at the previous biggest bubble I had ever seen in the stock market in terms of a particular sector, all right? That would actually be the 3D printing stocks. For some of you guys who were not around back then, but in 2013 into 2014, this sector got unbelievably hot, okay? We're looking at a stock chart here for 3D Systems, ticker symbol DDD. This was a 3D printing stock that was like a $10 stock, maybe a less than a $10 stock, and it exploded up to nearly $100 in a year, guys. It was unbelievable, okay? It hit around $100, and now today, all these years later, 4+ years later, it's a $19 stock, all right? This stock went absolutely parabolic, okay? And this was not the only 3D printing stock that did this, all right? Stratus did this as well, okay? This was a stock that was like, a $20 stock, maybe less than a $20 stock. And in a matter of a few months to a year, this exploded up to a $140 stock, okay? And all the way it has dropped back down over the past few years to around a $23 stock. This was another one that just got unbelievably hot. Another 3D printing stock. This one, it came out, it IPO'd, it exploded straight up to around $70 stock, and here today it's a $9 stock, okay? This was the previous biggest bubble I had ever seen in the stock market. People said these 3D printing stocks were the future, you need to jump on board now, don't worry about valuation, they're gonna grow into it, they're gonna be massive, everybody's gonna be 3D printing, this is like the next big, huge, massive industry, and everybody was so excited, and these stocks absolutely went parabolic. They just went off the charts. Traders were jumping in it, investors were jumping in it, people that had never invested in the stock market were jumping in it, okay? Now, I know a lot of the people that watch my channel, you guys have been investing for less than, a couple years, let's put it that way. So you don't remember that, but I remember it like it was yesterday, and it was crazy, okay? And those stocks came crashing down in a matter of a year. A lot of those stocks were down 80 to 90%, okay? Now, the biggest bubble I have ever seen, period, in my investing life was the Bitcoin bubble, okay? And it wasn't just Bitcoin, it was all the coins, okay? Ethereum, Ripple, Bitcoin Cash, everything had just exploded. And since, they hit their highs back in December, a lot of these are down 70, 80, 90+%. A lot of them are worth nothing now, okay? And I came out with a video right before the peak about how I thought the Bitcoin crash, I got a ton of hate for it. And it was the only video we ever had in the channel that really went viral. It got like 300,000+ views within like, a few weeks time. It was crazy, okay? And that was the previous worst bubble I've ever seen. And actually, that still to this day is the worst bubble. This bubble I'm gonna talk about here in a second still isn't as bad as that one. But there was a video I did that didn't get nearly as many views that I posted. It was right around where the actual bubble peaked in cryptocurrencies, and it was a video called Pray for Bitcoin. And in that video, it was actually a super important video because I go into 2 points on why, Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, and it was just a really dangerous thing, okay? And the 2 big points was, one, people are gonna get addicted to making quick money, and if you get addicted to making quick money, then you're always chasing that thrill of trying to make the quick money, okay? I live here in Las Vegas. This is a gambling town, okay? The best thing a casino can ever do in terms of their business is actually have you win in the short term, okay? The first time you start gambling, or the first couple times you start gambling, if you can win, you get like this high off that, and they want you to get addicted to that feeling of, oh my gosh, I just made 50 bucks in a minute, and I put a quarter in the slot machine. Holy smokes, this is amazing. That's the best thing. They want you to get addicted to quick money. And what I saw in the cryptocurrency space with that bubble is a lot of people just flooding in money and just kind of like looking at this as, oh, this is an easy way to make money, getting addicted to that feeling of oh, it's just so easy, and they're just going to chase that quick money for the rest of their lives, and that's not a game you want to play, okay? Anyone who's ever built any real wealth in this world, they focus long term, not on the quick buck here and there, okay? And the second part was there was going to be a bunch of other people. This was actually going to be the majority of people. They were going to get absolutely destroyed, and they were never going to invest in anything again because they had been absolutely destroyed, or it may take them decades to get the confidence to invest in anything again because they invested their $1,000 into, Ethereum, and all of a sudden that $1,000 went down to $200 or $300 where it is today. They invested that $1,000 into, one of the much smaller altcoins, and it basically is now worthless, okay? And they lost everything on it. So you had a majority of people that kind of felt this, and you have another segment of the population that get addicted to chasing quick money, and that's not a thing you want, okay? So with that being said, let's now get into the worst bubble I have ever seen in the stock market is going on right now, and it may continue to get worse. I don't know if this is really the end of it. It might just be, brewing, and it might get a lot worse, guys. And that is the pot stocks, okay? And it starts out with the face of it. You always have a face of the bubble, okay? In terms of the 3D stocks, it was 3D Systems that was the face of it. And in terms of this new bubble in the pot stocks, Tilray is the face of this bubble, okay? This stock has moved up from a 20, something dollar stock, let's put it that way, a little over a month ago. And now we're talking about a stock that here today is trading around $250. By the way, at one point today, it hit $300 a share. Tilray Stock today hit $300 per share, all right? And this is in a month's time. This stock is basically 10x in a little over a month. It has absolutely gone ridiculously parabolic. This is beyond a bubble in this particular stock, okay? Never seen anything like it. Right now, this stock is pushing up against a $16 billion market cap. At one point today, it was over a $20 billion market cap in this company, Tilray, ticker symbol TLRY. Absolutely unreal, okay? Let's look at this Tilray company for just a second here. Let's look at its financials. In its latest quarter, they just reported, okay? This was a company that had less than $10 million in revenue. Less than $10 million in revenue, and they took a loss of over $12 million in their latest quarter, all right? This is a stock that's 10x'd, pushing up against a $16 billion market cap, and in their latest quarter, they did $10 million in revenue, less than $10 million in revenue. That is ridiculous, okay? And we'll go through a couple more of these stocks. Here's the issue. Here's the main issue, okay? People say, oh, this could grow into being a massive company someday. This could be big time someday. That's when you start getting into trouble, okay? When you start putting, unlimited valuations on companies because they could be something really huge one day, okay? You heard this with the 3D stocks. Everybody said this could be something huge one day. These could grow into massive companies. They could be acquired by other massive companies. This could be, and they put unlimited valuations on those companies, and look what happened to those companies. The same thing is happening in these pot stocks right now, okay? And the same thing happened in cryptocurrencies last year. Everybody said, well, Bitcoin could be the next huge thing, so you get in now or you're gonna pay for it later. Get in Ethereum now or you're gonna pay for it later, okay? And we saw all this money flood into those coins left and right. All this money flood in because they could be something huge someday. And what have we seen? I still don't know one person in real life that uses a Bitcoin or has any clue what Ethereum is or Bitcoin Cash or any of this. Not even one person who knows that stuff, never mind actually uses it, okay? And I doubt next year I'll know anybody either, okay? So you can't just say something could be huge someday so it has an unlimited valuation on it, because that's essentially what everybody's saying with these stocks. Cronos, ticker symbol CRON, okay? This is another one. This was under a $6 stock a month ago, and over the past time, month basically, it's over doubled. This is a stock that now has a $2.2 billion market cap on it, and in its latest quarter did $3 million in revenue. Just think about that for a second, guys. Over a $2 billion valuation and a little over $3 million in revenue. Once again, I already know some people out there who are super bullish on these stocks or trading them to make money or maybe looking for the long side. They're saying, well, it's going to be a lot bigger in the future. Their revenue is going to go up a lot. Yes, but you got to realize the revenue needs to increase at a dramatic rate for these valuations to even begin to make sense, okay? Let's look at Tilray. That company had a $16 billion company, and then we're going to look at another pot stock. Had a $16 billion market cap on it right now, made less than $10 million in revenue, okay? You have a $16 billion valuation. Pretty much you're going to need to be making, billions of dollars in revenue per year, or you're going to be needing to be making at least about $1 billion in profit per year, net income, okay? They're a long, long way from there if they ever get there. If they ever get there. Who knows if they'll ever get there, but if they do, it's going to take a dramatically long time to grow into this valuation, okay? Canopy, I would say, is the least bad of the bunch. The least bad, but that's not saying much because this one is still ridiculous, okay? This one has over doubled as well in a little over a month, okay? This was less than a $25 stock, and now it's close to a $50 stock, all right? And this is a stock that right now has $11.2 billion market cap on it. This one made almost $26 million in revenue this past quarter, so they're the best of the bunch in terms of that. But they also took a net loss of $80 million, okay? $80 million, okay? In just a second, I want to talk about if I'm going to short sell any of these stocks. But real quick, let's just recap here. These companies have absurdly ridiculous valuations. You can't go throwing around any type of value. This is the same exact argument I had with the cryptocurrency people. They say, oh, it could be something big someday. And I would say, guys, okay, yes, it could be something big someday. Who knows? But you can't go throwing around insane valuations on companies or cryptocurrencies or commodities or anything just because it could be huge someday. There has to be some resemblance of actually what's the underlying business right now and what's it going to be next year. The fact is, every single pot stock out there right now is trading at an absolutely absurd valuation, and they might continue to do that, okay? So now the big question is, will I short sell these stocks? Will I go ahead and short sell these stocks, buy put options on these stocks, do anything like that, all right? And the answer to this is absolutely not, okay? I will absolutely not short sell these stocks. I will absolutely not buy put options on these stocks. Here's the reason, all right? Basically, what you have happen is in bubbles, you never know when it's going to end, okay? And sometimes it can go for much longer than you were anticipating, and you can get absolutely destroyed in these, okay? It happened in the tech bubble in 98, 99, all right? You had a lot of guys that went short, a lot of tech stocks in the 98, going into 99, and yet those stocks continue to explode before they finally came crashing down. But what you had happen is you had so many people that went short, they ended up losing, 50% of their money, 75% of their money, 100% of their money. Some lost literally more money than they actually even had, okay? Had to file for bankruptcy. You had a lot of people that went in that situation. So when I look at these pot stocks, I look at them and I say they're ridiculously overvalued right now. This might continue to get worse. I'm not going short these stocks, okay? If you're saying I'm going to say the bubble's ending here, absolutely not. It may go a lot higher, okay? We saw Bitcoin, I came out with my video about, Bitcoin crash coming 2018, and, Bitcoin and all the cryptocurrencies continued to go up for nearly a month after that. And I remember people would come on commenting and talking trash and be like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Look at Bitcoin, it's up another 1,000 points, in the past week. You don't know what you're talking about. Ethereum, look at this and look at that. Took another month plus after I released that video for all of a sudden everything to come crashing down. In the pot stocks, who knows when it's going to happen, okay? This could, brew for a much longer time. Tilray might go to a $20-30 billion market cap before it comes crashing down. We don't know, okay? So for that fact, I have no interest in shorting any of these stocks or buying put options. If I was to do anything, I'd probably buy put options, but even that, I'm not interested. It's not worth it for me, okay? This is something that might get much worse, might attract a lot more people looking for that quick money, looking for that addictive money, trying to, just make money real quick without ever even putting in much work into this, okay? And unfortunately, a lot of people will probably end up getting destroyed in this and they'll never want to invest again. They'll just say everything's a scam, stocks are a scam, no different than the people that got, hurt really, really bad by cryptocurrency or BitConnect or a lot of those things. A lot of those people are like, dude, I don't want to invest in anything again. It's sad, it happens. We're in an absolute bubble in the pot stocks right now, and it might get a lot worse from here, okay? I plan on placing no bets on either side. It's just going to be interesting to watch, and it'll be an interesting one to watch crumble when everything comes tumbling down, guys. So anyways, I really want to hear your guys' opinion down there in the comment section about this whole situation. Are you planning on going long in any of these stocks, short any of these stocks, buying put options, call options? I want to hear from you guys. You can maybe make money short-term trading this. It's not something I do, but I'm just saying that's a possibility. You could always do that, but watch out, guys, because eventually the day of pain is going to come in a major way. We just don't know when it is going to happen. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this. If you love keeping up with stock market news, make sure you follow me on Instagram. Thank you for watching and have a great day.